Hello and welcome, everyone. Welcome to another Lunch with Lisa. I'm Lisa Warner. I am the author of The Simplicity of Self-Healing. So, we are in a massive healing process right now as the human collective. Even though everything looks a little bumpy and chaotic on the surface, what's actually happening is the process of healing. Healing is the process of the body rebuilding itself. And right now, we are watching the collective body of humanity rebuilding itself. We are moving out of the old false matrix system back into the organic matrix, the divine matrix. Let's talk about the matrix for a little bit because there are some misconceptions about what the matrix is and is not, and even what a matrix is. A matrix is something that grows something within it. A womb is a matrix. Crystals grow within a matrix. A matrix is something that feeds the growth of something else. So for a very, very long time, we have been living in an artificial matrix. This society that has been created over the last hundreds of thousands of years on planet Earth is a system of man-made rules. And these man-made rules have nothing to do with divine rules, with the rules of the universe, with divine law, universal law. The laws of mankind are simply to serve those of mankind who benefit from the laws. And pretty much it's not you and me who have been benefiting from these laws. The average person, the average human, doesn't really benefit from the way things are. And there are people that have been benefiting from the way things are. It's kind of easy to see who those people are because, like, they're really big and loud and front and center for the most part. They're the ones that have many, 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 many zeros in their bank accounts and, are have a vested interest in how things happen on this planet. And they don't really the interest isn't really in whether you and I benefit from things, but whether they benefit from things. So let's look at this. The organic matrix is the divine matrix. It's the divine design. It's the blueprint for the way God created Earth. Not the false God, not the one who's the man in the sky that takes notes and then has commandments and then judges you in the end. That's not the real God. That's the false God. That's the false matrix God. The real one is the marriage of divine masculine and feminine, mother, father God, that is all loving, 100% unconditional love. And it's not a person, it's this massive energy field that's all around us, everywhere. And it's the source of all life. It's literally the original matrix. It's the womb of creation itself. It's the space and place from which all things are birthed, all organic things. And the divine design of Earth is that Earth is literally designed to be a paradise. It is designed to be one organism, one ecosystem within which we all thrive, that all species thrives. But we look at how this matrix is currently set up, and not all species are thriving. In fact, very few species are actually thriving. When we look at what's happened, how many animal species have gone extinct, how many bird species have gone extinct, fish, look at all of what's happening in the oceans with plastics and netting and all kinds of things that are killing the ocean life. So right now, we cannot continue in the false matrix any longer because the false matrix is literally destroying life on this planet. It's destroying the quality of air. It's destroying the quality of food. It's destroying the quality of the earth, the soil. It is poisoning all of the organisms on this planet are being slowly poisoned. You know, air pollution poisons the trees. It poisons all the lungs that breathe the air. The waters that are poisoned poisons all of the intestines of any organism that drinks the waters. So we've been poisoning ourselves. And this is the point at which we have to stop. So what's happening on the planet right now is that we are going into a healing phase. All of the old matrix systems that go against God's law, that go against living, literally living, and anything that prevents us from living in peace and harmony has to be gotten rid of because it's time for us to thrive. It is time for us to restore the divine blueprint on earth. So what's happening right now is all of the dis-ease on the planet is being removed. So just like in our physical bodies, if the body has been growing extra cells somewhere, because it needs extra cells somewhere, like in the lining of the stomach, for instance, if we have some sort of an indigestible morsel, and that morsel could be either literally a piece of food or it can be like a life situation that is really hard to digest. The body doesn't differentiate between those things. So if we have a morsel that's really hard to digest, the lining of the stomach will create more cells. So there's more juices to help digest whatever that morsel is. So once the situation is resolved, then the body has to take away those extra cells that have been created. And this is part of the healing process. And the healing process is very uncomfortable because it's the process of rebuilding. It's the body restructuring itself. So right now we are going through this as a society where we are literally taking away all of the things that no longer serve. And we are rebuilding our entire society. So right now, it looks like there's just mass chaos and confusion and pandemonium. And yes, there is. And when we look at it from the larger, broader perspective, what we are watching is the old matrix crumbling. It is being dismantled. It's not a very graceful process, let's say, because there are many people, the ones who are kind of the enforcers of the old matrix, are doing everything they can to continue to reinforce the old matrix, trying to force all kinds of things to happen or not happen as they deem appropriate. But nothing can stop this change, and nothing that the forces of darkness can do will change this process because we are moving from the age of darkness back into the age of light. We are in the process of healing. So all of the dis-ease, all of the structures that have been causing war, poverty, separation, isolation, division, disinformation. All of these systems have to be dismantled because they're no longer appropriate. It's no longer appropriate to have these things in place that have been causing suffering. So, right now, can you look at what's happening in the world from a distance? Can you be neutral about what's happening? Can you observe what's happening without getting it all over you? Can you observe without being entangled? Can you allow the collapse of the false matrix? And simultaneously, can you help to build the structures of the organic matrix? Can you allow the organic, the divine design to be birthed once more through you? What can you do to help facilitate the divine blueprint? How can you heal yourself? How can you tune in to the divine in you and start allowing your divinity to step forward? Because there's a part of you that is fully healthy, fully healed, fully in harmony with the divine. That part of you that is the soul. You are that right here, right now. The false matrix has you believing that you're just a mere mortal and that you only have a certain number of years to live. This is not true. Our bodies are designed to live for hundreds, if not thousands of years. Let that sink in. There are stories from the Bible of people who were Jesus's grandmother, Anna. She was 600 years old. These are not like fairy tales. That's actually people lived that long at that time. But our lives have become shorter and shorter and shorter and shorter with the more war, the more pollution, the more degradation of the earth, the more we rape and pillage the earth, the more we damage the natural ecosystem. Our bodies are starving for living life force energy. Therefore, they don't live nearly as long because we can't, we're not receiving the living life force energy that we need in order to actually thrive. So, right now, the old system is being dismantled so that we can replace those things with what is organic, that which is natural, that which is of the divine. Because it's truly time for us to thrive. It's time for all beings on this earth, two-leggeds, four-leggeds, wingeds, trees, flowers, mountains, lakes, rivers, all that is alive. The water is alive. There's living water on this planet. The water that comes out of your tap is no longer alive. It's been chemically treated and it has been abused. It's not alive. There's water that comes up out of the ground that is alive. There's so much life on this earth. but it has not been thriving. Are you ready to thrive? Are you ready to facilitate life? Are you ready to allow the organic matrix to come through you? Are you willing to allow the old, artificially constructed matrix, the false matrix? Are you willing to allow it to collapse? Because it can collapse without making your life collapse. It can collapse without having your life collapse along with it. You are organic. You are fully supported by the divine. When you live in harmony with that still small voice within, that inner guidance, it's the voice of your soul. It's the voice of your higher self, your higher intelligence, your divine intelligence. When you start tuning into your own divine intelligence, that is what guides you back into health, happiness, thriving, living your soul's purpose. When we talk about self-healing, it's not about healing our bodies, it's about healing ourselves. It's about bringing body, mind, and soul back into oneness. And this is happening not only on an individual scale, it is happening on the collective human scale. And what's happening in the world right now is the self-healing of humanity. The human collective is going through a healing process. And it's not pretty. When we get a scrape, if we fall and skin our knee, remember that when you were a kid, you fell down, you skinned your knee, and then it healed, but there was a big scab over it at the time that it was healing? Well, this is the scab. We're looking at the scab right now. It's kind of ugly. It's kind of crusty. It's kind of grody. But what's underneath that scab is brand new tissues, brand new life that will be revealed as we go. But if we look at what's happening on the external, and we get all caught up in it and point fingers at these are the bad guys and this wouldn't have happened if, or this shouldn't be this way, or we get all triggered and we allow ourselves to get all caught up in the scab. It's like picking the scab, and the healing takes longer then. Are you ready to just allow everything to crumble around you without you crumbling along with it? You are far more than you've been allowed to know. Are you willing to tap into your divinity? Are you willing to allow yourself to see the bigger picture, the divine design, the organic matrix that is asking to be birthed through you? It's coming no matter what. And how easily it comes forth, how rapidly we heal is up to each one of us and our ability to allow, our ability to stay peaceful in a seemingly crumbling matrix. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that this was helpful to you. If you need assistance during this time, if things seem to be weighing too heavily and you'd like some assistance, please feel free to reach out. You can find me at connectingyoutoyou.com. Thanks so much. Our next round of whole being healing will start on April 16th, 2025. If you are interested in participating in this incredible, life-changing 12-week experience, please check out the website and look for the Whole Being Healing course. The whole description is on the website. You can even do the introduction module for free, and because all the information is there. And if you would like to participate, we already have names on the list that are waiting to be enrolled. So please check it out, because it's an incredible 12-week adventure into allowing the organic you to come forward. And so you can be healthy, happy, and whole once more. So you can live your very best life, no matter what's happening in the world around you. All right, thank you so much. Have a beautiful rest of your week, and we'll see you next time on Lunch with Lisa. Thanks so much. Bye for now.